All right, welcome to the 2022 O'Reilly semifinal matches. Um, my name is Ryan O'Connell. I'll be commentating at least the first match for you guys, and hopefully be pulling in some interesting people that are watching the matches for some color commentary as well. But I'm here to give you the facts of the match and talk a little bit about the strategy that the teams are going to use or try to employ in order to make their way into the finals of the O'Reilly, which will be held tomorrow night. Not sure of a time yet on that match, but I would imagine it'll be around 6 o'clock. First up tonight, we have Will Osnado and Mikey Ferrer. We have Mikey is a 2000 and I wrote some notes earlier. Mikey is a 2004 Trinity graduate, a 4-time national champion, and a 4-time All-American. Will Osnado is also a 2004 graduate of Princeton University, where he was, I believe, captain and I know won the George C. McFarland Jr. Squash Award for overall contribution to the Tigers. So congratulations, Will. They'll be playing tonight the team of Colin West and David Berliner. Colin's a 2010
can you be the middle till Pete gets here?
Harvard graduate. He actually also that year, his senior year, which is very impressive, won the individual championships, beating Todd Harity in the finals. Todd's currently ranked about 30th in the world right now in softball. And
all right.
Colin also won
Best
the
of 5 games, -1-0.
Skillman Award given to the College Squash's Sportsman Award, which is quite an honor. Here we go. Fortuitous, Nick.
Zeros.
Love all. West and Berliner made up their 1-point deficit to start the match. Great shot by Mikey. Quality squash right off the bat. Sometimes you get some nerves
Side out, 1 love.
in these semifinal matches, but those are 2 quality points to start. Will is going to serve from coming in from the right-hand side. Colin West is standing in the middle of the court there.
1-0.
Volleying winner. Mikey had no chance. So we'll probably see the team wearing white shirts will be focusing their attention and moving the ball as much as they can. Will be another winner by West there.
Side out, 2-1.
Moving time on Will's corner up front. So the team of Osnado and Ferrer will be playing most of the balls to the backhand side of the court to make Dave Berliner hit as many balls as possible. And the blue team will be focusing on Will Osnado on the right side. So this is a classic Pro-Am formation. A lot of cross courts.
3-1.
And it'll be a game of positioning, and usually these matches come down to who can make the shots
3-1.
at 12 all and on. Oh. As you can hear,
3-2.
Lucky he put it out right on David's racket, and he just caught the top of the tip. A little behind the back yet by Colin West. Great cross court by Berliner.
4-2.
Great. Watched Will's and Mikey's match last night. Incredible ending, incredible play by Will Osnado to pull that victory out. One of the things that really came to my attention, and Chris O'Connor and Ahmed Anvar were commentating the match, is that Mikey shoots an awful lot. Great shot by Will. He shoots off of the serve
3-5
regularly. And that's really not something that most players do in doubles. So it's we'll see how it works today. Berliner is where they want to go to, so it's a strategy which will force Berliner forward and put him under pressure. So I expect to see Mikey shooting off the serve a lot.
Yes, that. 3-5. Will on the right.
Oh, court coverage. Wow, tight ball. What a great point. Good get by Will in the front.
3-6.
Will, he will stay. First of all, I want to give a shout out to
3-6.
John and Ann Osnado, who
3-6.
I'm sure are watching, and I wish them well and can't wait to see them soon. And John, it's even the best goes from
Side out 7-3.
from who's who to who's he. So I look forward to seeing you soon, and all the best. Great shot by Will. And as both of these amateurs
7-4.
understand that the most important job that they have to do is to hold their position. So, you're not going to see these guys scrambling to the back. They're going to let their pros take any balls over their head, and they're just going to stay strong and stay forward in their spots. And Will is great at it. And if he does it correctly, he should end up getting some loose balls that he can shoot on.
Side out 5-7. 5-7.
Great get. Oh, not going to get that one, though. That's tough for anybody to cover that.
5-8. The slap. 5-8. Left side, second server.
There was a lot of distance.
Mikey on the left, 5-8.
You know, Mikey could have hit that ball, but I believe that you should be penalized for a bad shot, and Colin hit one. So I do agree with Mikey that
6-8.
probably a stroke, but the refs didn't see it that way. Now you've got a fired up Mikey Ferrer, hard serving the amateur, down by 2. Three-wall by Will.
Thank you.
Down.
Side out,
Good point.
9-6.
Oh, fortuitous.
9-7.
No pictures on the scorecard, I think is how they describe that. Will was in a tough spot there.
Slap. 9-7, second on the right.
Will's having a tough time getting out of the way at that point. Not his fault. The ball was ricocheting around, traveling through the middle of the court.
Ten-7.
Good shot by Colin, but that ball's in the middle. Will's got to do a little bit better job getting across court, make Berliner hit it. Colin's going to stand in the middle as much as he can, looking to poach. Ooh, better.
Touch it.
Luckily, Berliner totally whiffed, and his partner was able to pick it up. Great shot. It's just a good rail. So
11-7, right side.
it's a 4-point lead. 2-1 Mikey shoots here. No, down the wall. Would have lost money on that one. Colin really jumping over, trying to get involved. Nice tight redrop by Mikey. They've slowed the
Side
ball.
out, 8-11.
Will at least has slowed the ball down a little bit, which I think is probably a good idea at this point in the game. You know, you don't want to give any racket errors away. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. They lost a point. Thought for an instant he was asking for a let, but maybe he hit his partner with the ball. Anyway, it wouldn't have been a let in my opinion. Ooh. Mikey flying all around the court. Colin putting it in the tin. A little bit. They slowed it down a bit.
10-11.
About 5 points ago. And
Right.
the team of Will
10-11.
and Mikey slowed the ball down about 5 points ago, and they've won. They've come back to within one. Oh, great shot by David Berliner. That's very nice. Hit a good rail.
10-12.
He hit a good rail. Got a loose ball from Mikey and put it in the neck.
Out.
Great hands by Will. Great hands. Oh! Great point.
11-12.
See who starts getting, if anybody gets tight or embraces it here. Very wild serve by Mikey, but he thrives on chaos. Will had an open ball. Colin's going to try to get involved as much as he can. Let's see how he does it. Tougher from the right wall historically. And tougher to get involved as a right wall player. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure Colin's going to
Side out, 13-11.
give it an A for effort. When you do it, though, you do start leaving some open court. So the back right will be a corner that will be open the more that Colin pushes into the middle and starts covering the left.
(14-11) game ball.
Well, they crawled their way back, and then they lost 3 quick points. Yeah, that's good.
Game 15-11.
Good backhand drop shot from Colin West from the door, and it's a 1-0 lead. All right, welcome back. One love, West Berliner over Mikey Ferreira and Will Osnado. That'd be something. I'm joined here by my good friend and O'Reilly legend, 4-time winner, John Conway. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm just fine, Rye. How you doing?
I'm doing better now.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So, what do you think about the first game there that you watched?
Well, it was a great first game. I thought if I were to opine, I would say it's a little deflating to lose those last 3 points as quickly as they did, and I think you got to reach deep in that second game and realize I was a few swings away from winning that game and put it behind you. Did you sense that momentum? They just lost those 3 points very quickly, and it's easy to do, but you just have to dig in and come back from this.
What I'm interested in seeing, I think they got to within 1 point. To your point, they were down at 11-12, I believe, and then lost the game 15-11.
All right, games of one love.
What's interesting to see, you can see it on the monitor here.
Scores
I'm sure
-2-1.
For Colin is really starting to migrate into the middle of the court. It'll be interesting to see if they can take advantage of that and kind of hurt him in the back right.
Yeah.
-1-1.
How many people are watching this stuff?
I think last night we had like 350
Oh, is that right?
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch my language.
Yeah. Don't say anything to get you in trouble.
Side out, 2 -1.
So Berliner held up. I mean,
He really did.
I mean, no racket errors. He gives you a winner every now and then if you float one to him. He's a former winner.
Yeah.
And in 2016 they beat Ben Ari Elias and Mikey Ferrer in the finals. So he does have a finals win over Mikey, which, as you know, John, in this tournament, there's some people I felt like I could never beat.
2-0.
And there are some other people that you feel like, hey, I've
Mikey
got to win
on
over
the
this
left.
person.
Yeah.
I know how to deal with it. It gives you some confidence, I believe.
Yeah, that's definitely the game within the game. And I can't, worth pointing out, being left-handed and playing the left wall as the amateur has decided advantage.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does in
Side out, 1-2.
I feel like that sometimes players playing on the backhand over there have a little bit more varied repertoire of winning shots. Nice shot by Mikey. He just jumped all over this reverse and drove it into the net.
1-3.
So that'll be a winner every time. But the lefties, for
1-3.
hanging tough, it's like it's really tough to break somebody down over there. A strong left-hander. Mikey shoots off the serve a lot. That's something I brought up in the first game. And it's kind of unconventional. Did you see anybody
Side
else
out,
that does
4-1.
His game is somewhat unconventional and awesome.
Totally.
I feel like he's starting to break through in the second half of that first game. He started taking over more of the court, and you saw what he can do, and it's an impressive thing.
Oh.
Wow.
It always feels nice to win a point with a rail. Out to a really nice little early lead here. And you're right, Mikey has really stepped up his court coverage.
Yeah.
Another one.
6-1.
Great spot. And something that it seemed that Will did last game, and it paid dividends when they made that comeback. They couldn't finish it, but he started slowing the ball down a bit, right? So,
Uh-huh.
you know, he's more concerned about making Berliner hit the ball than trying to drive it through him. And I think that was a good tactic.
Oh, thank you.
That's the broken ball.
Is it?
7-1.
Nope.
7-1.
Left side.
Just a winner. Sort of got his racket on that, didn't he? Strange.
It's hard to see it on the screen versus in live, but it looks like he got a piece of it.
Yeah.
I like what Will's doing with the headband, by the way. It's kind of a
Yep.
new agey look he's got going.
He used to have a steal your face one, you know, like the Grateful Dead. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah.
I did do a
8-1.
shout out earlier to John and Anna's NATO.
Are they watching?
I think they are.
Super.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's nice to have
Right.
them involved.
For sure. John Osnado's a legend around here.
8-1.
Great to see his son making it so far into the O'Reilly.
Exactly.
Out.
Good reverse too, John. You know, if you fed him, if you put it on his racket, he was going to put it down.
He had a cross-court lob that he was rightfully very proud of.
We played some great 4:30 Friday matches.
Yeah.
Good
He had
time
the-
slot.
9-1.
He was the full program.
Yeah.
Get over here early for some stretching. Hit the exercise bike.
Snap some reverses, you know. Nine one. I mean, so here you go, O'Reilly veteran John Conway, 4-time winner. 9-1 in an O'Reilly match in the semis. Are you just saying like, let's get him next game, or? I mean, how much energy do you really want to? How much energy does Berliner really want to use to get back to
10-1.
like 10-6?
It's a fine line, isn't it? Because you don't want to get so trounced that you start to lose your feel, and the flow of the game gets so off to you. I was always a believer, just go hard the whole way, but I know there's a conserve your energy viewpoint.
Yeah, I think I might be more of a wuss. I would conserve my energy at this point. I think I was also doing a lot more running than you typically did. You know,
Fair
possibly.
enough.
10-2.
Fair enough.
Left.
Colin West doesn't look like he has to worry about
No.
getting winded, though.
He looks like he could
Now
do this until
3-10.
next week.
Yep.
Yeah, how old is Michael Ferrer at this point?
He graduated Trinity College in 2004.
It's
So he's, I don't know what that makes him. I'm not going to do math on that.
no. I told there's no math if I sat here. But,
But he's been having some really good results. They just lost I think he lost in the finals in Boston. He lost in the finals. Blair Keller in the house. He lost in the finals at Johnson.
There you go.
So he is playing with Bamber, and they're having some good results, and Will's going to cover that.
Yeah.
Colin West tried to do a little do-si-do.
My humble opinion, this match comes down to Will Osnado hanging in there.
I think so. Look at that positioning right there. If he's standing there, you know,
Yep.
they're in good shape. Great shot by Will.
And he's hanging in there.
3-11.
I just think he's got a harder task.
Yeah, I don't know. You think he has a hard task in Berliner?
Yeah, he's left-handed. He's playing up in the court. He's got a fast as anything partner. And he just seems to be in that zone. He's very comfortable keeping the ball in play and letting it naturally evolve. And Will's seems like he's putting a little more pressure on himself to hit more shots. And if he's on, it's a tremendous weapon because he's going to have a lot of open court with them, with Mikey in the house.
Yep.
Covering everything.
And I think his slowing the ball down, he's doing a great job. He's just hitting it over there and making sure Dave is going to hit it. Now Mikey's involved.
Wow.
Okay. That's
13-3.
You know, when you're up 12-3, you might as well do that. I think we've had one match this tournament that was won in 3 games.
Early on?
I think Ullman's first round match, you won in 3, but everything else has been 4 or 5, with a tremendous number of 5-game matches. So the O'Reilly committee has done a spectacular job once again. That's going to be a stroke.
Yes, slap. 13-3.
They've done an incredible job of making the teams as even as possible, which is what you really want to do for this format. And they've done a great job. So hats off to them.
Yep, the scores tell the tale. Great job.
Couldn't have said it better. Possible let call, broken ball. Always dangerous to stop in the middle of a point and say that ball's broken, right?
If you're wrong,
if you're wrong, you're in trouble. So I would suggest play the point out or break the ball completely in half.
Yeah. There used to be a school of thought, very naughty one, that you to get a broken ball and you keep playing until you lose the point, and then you say, "Hey, we've got a broken ball." I'm not going to name names, but I've seen that. I've seen that move.
Just keep serving.
Right, you just keep going, and then when I am in no way advocating for that. That is dirty pool.
Dirty pool. Also, the aggressive squeeze on a ball.
Oh yeah. Well, there's the legendary. We're not going to name names. The white knuckle, thumbs only. Hey, ref, I think this ball may be cracked.
Stomping on it. U Club lore.
Yeah. Will on the left, 13-3.
I think we've gone far enough with that one.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, we could, you know, I can't remember. Did it have an outcome on the match? Or
Oh. Some weather we're having, huh?
Some
That's right.
That's a 13-3
13-3.
by
14-3 game ball.
At this point, if I were David Berliner, I would shoot off the serve and try to hit a really good reverse. Tricky serve. Yeah, he asked for a let there. That's generous. Mikey's moving well.
Game
All right,
15.
game. 1-all. We'll be right back.
It goes without saying that
we are back.
Okay.
What is the time between games and doubles?
I should know this. I think it's 2 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought they used to have a weird one where they would give you more time between the fourth and the fifth.
That's right. Yeah, the 1-5. That's old school. I don't know that that's the case anymore.
Yeah. And I remember 90 seconds from hardball, but I don't know if that carried over.
And then there's a certain timeout for tying your shoes or whatever you could come up with.
If I was Western Berliner, I probably wouldn't have even left the court after that game.
Yeah. I'm sure it goes without saying, but you really have to come out strong in this first few points to show that that was a fluke if you're a Berliner and West or otherwise.
Strange. That was a strange game. I don't see a lot of 15 threes. I'm telling you, it's that ball control. It's that soft ball control.
Yeah. Look out.
Winner.
That's well.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain how difficult that is to do unless you play this.
And there's really no I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Because if you push up, he's just going to flick it over your head. Good angle.
Mm-hmm.
Will a little bit.
Yep.
Almost, but tough angle. Now, Will and Mikey get a point. So, I can't tell you how many 15, 14, and the fifth matches there have been in O'Reilly history, but quite a few.
A lot. A lot.
So that may come into play. There were some years back where the handicaps really got out of whack. I don't know if you remember that. They got a little much, but now with the +1, +1, -1, I'm okay with that. How do you feel about that?
I was against the handicap at first, but then you come to realize that there's a handicap element already in the matchup because it's random, and so I think it's proved to be a game enhancer, a tournament enhancer. I think I've been converted.
The spectators love it.
I guess I was generally opposed to handicap tournaments.
Yeah. There's an interesting handicap tournament going on. Do you know that court that they built out in Queens?
Sure. The outdoor court.
Yeah, the outdoor court. I was talking to Jeff Anslauer today, and they're holding a schedule your own multi-month handicap singles tournament with some other wrinkles to it for a $21,000 pot. So that's pretty impressive.
That's a neat thing, and I hear that court's really a unique and a cool thing they did out there.
It is. It's getting rave reviews. I've yet to play on it, but I'm going to go out there and hit some balls around soon.
Yeah, the idea of playing outdoor squash is pretty neat.
Yeah.
I read the biography of Hashim Khan. I guess it's an autobiography, and he learned how to play squash outside in Pakistan.
Wow.
They had a lot of outdoor courts.
Interesting.
There's some precedent.
That's amazing. That's amazing. On the court, we have a South African,
Yeah.
Canadian, 2 Americans. Although Mikey played some junior squash in London, England, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through some Trinity trivia earlier because of Mikey's bantam status.
Sure.
And I came across some pretty interesting things.
Some fun facts.
Fun facts.
Great.
First is that
Like what, Ryan?
our I'm so glad you asked. Our beloved assistant pro Carl Baglio sports a record of 43-2 in his college career.
Okay, that's an astounding record.
It's pretty strong.
So 4 years.
4 years.
Varsity play.
Yes.
Loses 3 matches.
2 matches.
2 matches.
43 wins 43 of them. And those Trinity teams at the time I was looking, they were beating teams. They were beating everybody 8-0. Maybe a 9-0, maybe an 8-1 here and there. Just devastating. Some of the people on that team. And this is just for the Trinity fans out there. Oh,
Of which there are legions.
Let's see, Carl Baglio.
Yep.
Pat Malloy.
Sure. Pat
Great.
Malloy, yep.
Mikey Ferreira.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Smith.
Yep.
Nick Barkeen, for those out there who are running those circles.
Scrapper.
Noah Wimmer.
The great Noah.
I mean,
Now
by the way, Noah's record in college, 25-0. He actually holds tied for the highest career winning percentage at Trinity College.
Can't beat that one.
Can't beat that one.
That guy's gifted.
Gifted.
He's got super hair. You ever look at his hair?
Great
It's
hair.
Just, if you really look at it, it's astoundingly just perfect.
I got hit in the ass to lose losing O'Reilly with Noah.
That sort of came out of nowhere,
Yeah,
folks.
yeah,
But
yeah. Poor
it's cathartic.
he hasn't forgiven me. He has forgiven me. He's a very nice guy. He's totally forgiven me. And
That's-
I've forgiven him for hitting the tin at 14-13. I should have never been in that situation, Noah, if you're watching.
You know, those are the things that keep you up on Sunday nights after tournaments. I had a lot of Sunday nights rolling around in bed like, oh, God, how did this happen or that happen? But you know what? It builds character, right?
It does build character.
I used to think that hell would be sitting around a round table forever after having lost a handicap tournament, listening to your opponents describe what their strategy was and why they think it worked. It's just... Do I need to say more? It's just the worst.
I'm scheduled to play in the Oz this weekend. If you have any interest. Another shout out to John Rasnado. I'll see you in Brooklyn
Love
this
that
weekend.
guy.
See you playing with Emily Lundstrom, my superstar partner. We should get back to the action.
Yeah,
here.
sorry,
Okay.
folks. We're
West
getting a little carried
Berliner
away here with the
has
theories
a
and whatnot. But
4-point lead. So they've definitely established that last game was weird. They've made some adjustments.
this is a big point.
Yeah.
11-6 versus 7-10 is a big deal. Hey, buddy.
There's a lad. I think Colin was like searching for a stroke there.
Yeah.
Huh.
The doe-eyed look.
Yeah. I seemed like a stroke. But that's you always have a danger of getting a no-let call when you do that. You know, that's
That's right. Yeah.
oh
Wow, that was a statement.
okay. There, he didn't have a lot of room to
From
do
that point on the court, from that position. That was sheer athleticism.
Yep. You know, Colin won the intercollegiate singles, beating Todd Harity in the finals.
Did he really?
Todd's now 32 in the world. And then they presented Colin with the Skillman Award for sportsmanship right after his win.
Who did they present that to, please?
To Colin, who
I see.
after he beat Todd
Not
for
not
the
Todd.
singles.
Right, okay.
Yeah, not Todd. No.
Well,
I thought that must have been a very nice. I'm not sure where it was. If it was at Harvard, it would have been
That's-
it
that's-
would have been nice.
that's one of those things that. Hello. 12-7.
That was a good run by Colin. He just served probably. Wasn't really paying attention, but it must have been 5 points.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can't let that. Okay.
Good serve. All right, 10-13 feels doable, right?
Yeah, 8 feels a mile away.
Yeah, 8 doesn't feel doable, but 2 points and you start to believe.
Yeah. That can happen quickly.
All right.
Okay.
Colin standing right in the middle of the court. Will couldn't get the cross court over to Berliner, and Colin buried it in the neck. So I think that you're going to have to keep Colin somewhat honest. Mikey is going to have to start hitting some cross courts, I think. Good game. We'll be right back. Nice to see Eric Kogan stop
Yes.
by the desk.
I've seen him in too long.
Former winner, right?
-2, 1.
Club champion doubles. I'm not sure about the O'Reilly.
Kogan, 1995.
Okay.
With Doug Whitaker.
Dougie. Pride of Vancouver.
Great Canadian player. Colin West starts out by burying reverse.
-1, 1.
Good blocking by Will.
Yeah. Oh.
Mikey
Love
was
one.
there, but he put it in the 10. So a winner for Berliner on Mikey Frere. Always feels good for the amateur. So JC, what do you think? What do you think your best of your 4 O'Reilly victory teams? Which would you say?
1-0.
You know, all even, all in your prime. Which is the best? You
Well,
got one with
the-
Briggsy.
Yeah, the
Side out,
memorable
2-1.
one in terms of the story of it was playing with Peter Briggs.
Yeah.
You know, the guy's a legend in the game. He's got me over in the right wall because there's no way he's ever going to change walls,
No,
right?
no.
And in the first game, I hit a reverse corner winner, and he looks at me and he says, "Nice shot. Don't ever try that again." And it was filled with so many moments like this. This legendary guy who knows every
Sit down.
subtlety, things I've never even thought of,
Thank you.
coaching me through this
2-0.
game. And I'm just like so happy to be out there in the court with this guy, and we're doing well, and we get to the finals.
Do you remember who you played in the
I
finals?
think it was Whitaker. I think it was Dougie and his partner. And I think we were cruising to a win. And Peter, if you remember, he went through about one pair of shoes every 5 years or so. He would get through with the match after having run about 15 steps. He just never cleared. He'd just stand 5 feet in front of the red line and never clear.
Side
So at
out.
one point,
3-2.
Dougie just had enough of it, or you know, the stars were in alignment a certain way. He got coconutted with a racket, and he went down. And he's lying there with his eyes spinning around. And I thought, okay, well, this is terrible on a few levels. Anyway, I'm going on and on, but that was the most memorable, playing with Peter Briggs, and he did get up off the deck and continue the match. But I thought at that point we might have lost him.
You, I don't remember who I played with that year, but you destroyed us. You and Briggs destroyed
Oh,
us.
yeah.
I think it was in like the quarters. It was the first time I was on court with Briggs. I don't know what year this was. Hold on, I can
I
find
think
out.
it was like 98, maybe.
We've got so many of these things. Conway and Hopper. That was 94.
3-0.
Conway and Howe. That was
David
97,
on the right.
98.
You on the right. On the right. David on the right.
Let me see where this was. Conway and Briggs, 99. So you won. You went 97, 98 with Howe. Then Bobman and Mulligan won it the next year, a good team.
Yeah.
And then you won it with Briggs,
4-3.
followed by Beeman and Waite, who I lost to in the
Yeah.
finals. With John Gross. John Gross is out there.
That's right.
What's up, Parker?
4-4.
Side out.
Okay.
4-0.
All right, this is good.
Mm-hmm. Mikey now playing the middle of the court.
Yep. There you go. That's where you gotta keep him honest. Ooh, went for it. Okay, this is just a. I mean, to your point earlier,
5-4.
Will is going to see a lot of balls.
Yeah.
5-4.
No reason
Left
for him
side.
to push it to try to make a quick winner. Just keep it going.
Keep it going.
Because Mikey will do amazing things.
It's a long run for Colin. You don't want to do two in a row, though. Oh,
What a move.
yeah, that's. I mean, he's probably six. He's definitely six
Side
one,
out,
maybe.
5-4.
He's a big kid. And he just moves so
Moves
well.
real, very,
No,
very
sorry.
good.
Second serve of 5-all.
I talked to Willie Hosey actually today, who coached Colin until he was 13 years old. He said he was so small at that point that he had a two-handed backhand.
Is that right?
So we could have had
Side out, 6-5.
two-handed backhands out here tonight, right? Got Mikey Ferrer's snapping one around,
Yeah.
but I guess Colin grew. Willie Hosey told me he's playing pretty good singles, by the way. And he's got his eye on the 60s. He's 60.
That man is timeless.
60s World Championships. He thinks he's got a pretty good chance of winning that, which is
I wouldn't doubt it. No.
interesting. Stroke. Okay, tried to.
7-5.
David,
7-5.
not fooled at all.
Mm-mm.
One too many drop shots from Colin. Mikey makes him pay.
7-6.
Oh, Colin's standing on the left side of the court right now. Yes.
Yes, that. 7-6.
We hope Larry Sconzo's out there watching too.
Shout out to Larry.
All the
Sconzo.
best to Larry. Not the same without you here.
Best ref ever. I was actually talking to JD yesterday, and JD was reminiscing about the first time he met Larry Sconzo.
I bet that was an event.
8-6.
He was about 14 years old, I think, and he took a train down to New York City to play some squash. He was picked up at Penn Station by Kenton Jernigan, fellow Newporter, amazing squash player.
Sure.
And they proceeded to take a 45-minute subway ride out to Deep Park Slope, Brooklyn,
Sure.
which at that point, it's probably the 70s. Probably the 70s.
Yeah.
It was a bit different than it is now, and stayed with Sconzo for a couple of days while playing squash around New York City. So anytime you get JD to start talking about
9-6.
reminiscing about his early squash career, it's
a fun fact that Larry Sconzo
Left
had the
side.
largest dining room table in New York City.
really.
Yeah, it could fit like 40 people, which is a testament to his circle of friends.
It's amazing.
Okay, 9-6. Oh, you don't want to give him away like
Okay,
that.
this is
not
a-
now.
10-6.
Important.
You can't. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
is
yeah.
important.
Gotta get it back now.
We want to see this go 5.
Look at
Collins covering the diagonal right now. I know that
That's
feeling.
one of those flukes.
I know that feeling.
It's
11-6.
very understandable. That ball has tremendous amount of spin on it, and it goes into the side wall.
And it just keeps getting better,
Yep.
right? You know,
Yep.
just like there's no time, there's nowhere to go. You had to go early.
We all seen that. Okay, this is a big point. Big.
They just got. They need to make Dave hit balls. There you go.
Yep.
Mikey found him finally.
Okay.
Side out,
7-11.
7-11.
It's winnable.
Feels hopeful.
So many games.
6-12.
6-12.
6-12 is a rough one.
Totally different. You know, we've really seen like no tins from Berliner West.
That's true.
It's
He's been
not
a rock.
Yeah. Good ball.
Yeah.
Berliner jumped on it, hit a good cross
Yeah.
court. That's good breaking
Sharp
cross.
angle.
7-12.
All right, Mikey's going to need to do something. Or
Yeah.
Mikey or Will is going to have to get a
Down,
little.
down. Server's down.
Server's down.
7-12.
Someone's going to have to get hot here.
Yeah.
Because you got
Second
to make
serve.
up at least 3 points quickly. Wow.
There we go.
That'll do it. What a get by
That
Will.
settles that. Yep.
I wish we
Great
could
point.
even go further back on that.
8-12.
Can we go further back? No, it's like a 5 second or something.
Next year.
Next year. We're learning this technology stuff.
Yeah. Nice shot there, Will.
Ah.
Would you catch his foot?
Yeah, I think it did.
Side out, 13-8.
All right.
You know, at the end of the day, Will's had, back-to-back really tough matches.
Mm-hmm.
And it's he
14-8
looks a little
match ball.
tired.
Yep.
Happens to all of us. Match ball.
Mikey.
Mikey, not going to go quietly.
14-9
No.
match ball.
That's that two. You just
That's too
hard to describe how hard that is.
Oh my God. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Yep.
14-9. And there it is.
Well,
Match
great match.
15.
John, it's been a pleasure
It's a real pleasure.
speaking with you. Always great to see you.
Hope I was able to contribute something, and thanks for having me.
Rockstar. All right, welcome back. Second semifinals. Bill Ullman, Clinton Liu. Phil Barker and Stephen Prefer. I'm going to be joined here in a moment by Spencer Kern. Tough loss last night, Spencer.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
It's a tough tournament.
Billy Ullman, Clinton Liu, they're a dynamic duo.
Yep. They, it's a very tough tournament. You've won this tournament. You're actually the defending champion, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, I did. I'm actually the 2-year reigning champion. Tournament didn't happen last year, but I'm still counting it.
Yeah. Well, you should count that. No one else is going to count it, but that's good.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be a really interesting match, Ryan.
Well, let's see. Let's talk about this match here.
Yeah. I think Bill Ullman. He is. He looks a little slower than he is out there. He's just a tactician. The guy knows how to play doubles.
Well, he's a great shooter. His positioning is incredible. I got a shout out actually to Emily, Natalie, Tracy, and his mom Nancy. So Bill asked me to do a shout out. I hope everybody's watching.
This is the farthest Bill has ever gotten in the O'Reilly.
That's surprising.
Yeah, he told me that last night, so I haven't fact checked that, but
I mean, he's won everything. His doubles. I mean, he's a better tennis player than he is a squash player, which most people don't know.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
he's still a very decorated squash
multiple
champion.
National champions. He just won one a couple of weeks ago with Jeff Stanley. I believe it was the 55s.
Yeah, that really hurts when I hear that.
Yep, they chopped everybody up.
Yeah. And then I think we have to give a shout out to Stephen Prefer, who played the match of his life last night, and there's nobody out here that wants this tournament more than Stephen.
I mean, Prefer is a grinder, right? He's, we can't really get around. He's small in stature, right? And that doesn't help in doubles, right? A lot of the balls that you play in doubles are over your head, so
right.
He has to put in extra effort in order to kind of volley the balls over his head, to go to the back wall, to cover the front. So, but he loves it. He's the type of guy that feeds on that, right? He wants to be the underdog out there, and he's gonna feed off that. So
oh yeah, what he lacks in stature, he makes up with in grit.
Totally.
Sheer determination.
Twofold. And so
2-1.
So we're already somebody's already out to a little. Barker and Prefer are already out to a little lead. They're getting a point. So Clinton and Bill haven't won a point yet, so they'd like to get off the schneid here and get on the scoreboard.
Yep.
They will. It'll be interesting to see.
Bill and Clinton, they started off a little slow in every game that we played last night.
Interesting.
We won the first few points, yeah.
Huh.
Billy likes to warm up that reverse.
He does. That's great hands. See, that ball's down.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Hand out. Love 2.
I would love the replay is what's it, 2 seconds or 3? What do you think? 4 seconds. It would be great if it was 8. But I don't know if we can fix that right now. But this is the same replay that they use for the PSA.
Love 2.
Not sure. Okay. I'm asking our tech guy. What's your name? Evan. I'm asking our incredibly capable and handsome tech guy, Evan.
Oof. Billy Ullman just tactfully putting the ball past
1-2.
Stephen Prefer in the perfect spot.
I don't think Prefer, he hasn't seen that yet.
Oh, yeah.
See,
the thing with the O'Reilly, in doubles in general, is it's all about shot selection.
Correct.
And both, I think, Bill Ullman and
1-3.
Clinton Liu have,
they
just have a sixth sense out there.
They're rarely are they gonna put the ball in a position where the other team can hurt them immediately. They're gonna hit the ball deep. I mean, it's a pretty simple
2-3.
game, right? Deep is better than short.
Mm.
And then when they get an opening, they're gonna be decisive about it. So I haven't actually watched Clinton play much in this tournament, so I'll be interested to see.
Clinton dialed it into another gear in the 5th game last night. Where he was just slotting nicks from all areas of the court.
4-2.
Great shot by Phil Barker right there,
Mm.
who's like the epitome of smooth. UK. He's from a place called Brentwood, Essex, I believe.
Mm.
He's now at the Water Club in Greenwich. He's a fantastic, as a
5-2.
young child, he's a fantastic guy, a real tactician. So I think you'll see limited mistakes in this match. I think you'll see a lot of winners, is what I think you'll see.
Mm.
Very English style to kind of like lift up your leg while you're hitting that drop shot. I don't know if you saw Phil do that. But
You know, Phil is a very graceful man, not
He
only
is.
on the squash court, but off the squash court as well.
like an
He's-
English gent,
So,
right?
are you
Would
asking?
be
Are you asking?
yeah, he's quite a gentleman.
Yeah.
He likes finer things in life.
Yes.
Afraid not. It's a good try, though.
On the weekends, you can find
That's
Phil
like
at the
great-
museum.
Oh.
A lot of times, yeah.
Right. That was just a textbook rally.
Prefer on his racket, put it down.
6-3.
6-3. Good cross court.
7-3.
Billy rolled a ton of 3 walls against you last night, Kern. Like
Where
dead-
was that yesterday at a
dead
Bill, is
big.
what I'm saying.
That one was not rolled, but he's finding the range, I'm sure. That's a great cross court.
Yeah.
And see,
Hand out.
that's what it's
Let's
so
have it.
interesting because the previous point from the same swing, Bill hit a little 3 wall. So Phil was looking for that, and instead, Ullman snaps a cross court by him, and that's really high level double squash.
You know, Bill may be the elder on court here, but he's a grinder. He is a very strong competitor.
Very strong competitor.
Right? 4-8.
That was a tin. No, that's the second top of the tin cross court drop for Clinton. So he's got to be a little perturbed about that.
Mm. Both teams really trying to establish length in this rally.
Yes.
I'll bet you Ullman's going to shoot next chance he
There he
gets.
did. He just
Yeah.
did. Clinton, open ball, straight drop tight. Wow, interesting
Oh, and a
choice.
nice fist pump from Billy Ullman.
Yes,
Upside, yeah.
a lot of those last night as well.
5-8.
So what happened in your match last night? You won the first 2.
We
Let-
lost the first
Okay.
two.
You lost the first 2.
Yeah, you know, if you
Did you change tactics at that point, or?
you know, I'll be reviewing the tape over the weekend
Huh.
as preparation for next year, but you know, I think the real deciding factor in the match actually happened in the first couple of games. We weren't dialed in enough to start.
Got off to a slow start, gave
Slow
away
Slow
a
start,
couple of
yeah,
games.
lost
9-5.
15-14 the first game,
Ooh,
15-13 the second game.
ooh.
You know, we were able to claw back to push it to a 5th game, but
It's a lot of energy. It takes
looking
a lot of
back,
energy.
we didn't start. You know, it's very important in
That's
this
right.
tournament
9-5.
to start off on the right foot. You know,
Definitely.
come out strong. And if you don't, you'll pay for it in the end. A lot of momentum swings in this tournament.
Yep.
In both matches, 2 matches last night. Went to 5 games. Myself and another team were up, you know, by at least 5 points in the 5th game and lost it. You know,
Wow.
it's all momentum.
Great point here.
Billy's gonna slot it in.
Tried. Prefer. Good get by Clinton. Reset.
Oof.
Reverse off a reverse. Oh! That was an overhead reverse by Bill. Yep, he'll hit that. Wow, this is a fantastic point. Oh!
There he is.
I mean, you can just see it happening. Gets that ball, Prefer's out of position.
You guys like Leonardo da Vinci on the squash court.
Very nice shot. Middle of the
It's
racket
9-6,
every time.
Phil Wright.
I think Bill may have invented the overhead reverse.
You have a bit of an unorthodox grip on your forehand.
Yeah, some like to refer to it as the claw.
Yeah. Where'd you learn that? You're from Rhode Island. I'm from Rhode Island.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
teach
they
that in Rhode
they
Island.
didn't have good squash in Rhode Island.
I mean, I know a lot of good Rhode Island squash players. Nobody has that grip. So was it something that you came up with on your own, or?
You know, it must have been something I developed on my way to winning the Rhode Island State Championship. And what a shot.
And
out,
where did you
7-9.
first hit your squash? Where were the first squash balls that you hit?
Brown University with Stuart Lagasse.
Oh, Stuart,
Yeah,
yes.
Stuart ran a Sunday night clinic.
Interesting. You grew up in Providence?
Grew up in Providence, yeah. Yeah.
I'm a Newporter myself.
Yeah, it's really, it's quite extraordinary that we've made it to this level of squash of having grown up in Rhode
8-9.
Island.
You know, it is. Well, although, you know, I think, to be fair, I think that, unfortunately, your time in Rhode Island, I think, was a little bit of a lull in the squash in Rhode Island, because prior to my time,
9-all.
you know, Kenton Jernigan, J.D. Cregan, Billy Doyle, Greg Zaff, even Mark Talbot spent some time in Rhode Island. So there was, but it was really with I think Newport squash was a really big part of the Rhode Island squash.
Yeah, I mean, when I
scene,
was growing up,
and
it
wasn't around.
when I was growing up in my era, it was all about these hoodlums from New York City, like Andrew Zimmerman, who just stormed his way through tournaments.
9-10.
He still storms his way through tournaments.
Yeah.
He won
is
the
a-
O'Reilly a couple of years ago
Did win the O'Reilly.
with Jordan Greenberg. Shout out to
Yeah, shout out
Greeny.
Greeny. Well,
close game here.
yeah, as most games in the O'Reilly are.
And out 11-9.
Although it's close, but Barker and Prefer have never been behind. So
Very good observation.
when you're playing that way, you sort of feel in control. So it'll be interesting to see if Ullman and Clinton can figure out a way to get a lead.
You know, one shot Bill hasn't used this game yet is
Wow.
his boast from the back.
That's good athletic.
12-9.
Well, he did hit the 3 wall that popped up, and he lost the point. So that you shy away from it when you hit it once and you lose the point immediately. That's a good cross court. He's Will Osnado leaving the building.
12-10.
Nice tournament, Will.
That's 12-10.
Ooh.
I think that's a play of the ball.
Yes, Let?
And-
I would have given him a stroke, but that's why I'm not reffing.
Yeah, but could he have hit?
Play on. Play on.
Could he have hit the ball? He had the whole front wall. I think that was savvy clearing by Bill Ullman. It was close, though. It was close.
You know, I think in this tournament they always err towards just playing through.
Play through.
These doubles guys, I think they're tougher than singles squash. It's a hard ball.
Ooh, that's 3 tins for Clinton in the first game.
13-10.
That was an emphatic.
We need like an Amazon heat map for where these tins are coming from.
I would love to put some kind of chip in people's shoes to see how much court they cover. I think the greatest.
Oh, you can't give that to Bill.
Good Prefer. He played that ball.
Oh, I mean, you You can't teach that.
And out.
Prefer's
teach it.
probably so mad at himself for playing that
11-13.
ball. He didn't get the stroke before. That was close again. He played it, and Billy punished him with it, with an overhead drop.
His Prefer's head must be tied in a pretzel.
You can see a tin right here. Again, Ullman. Lob.
Oh.
Stroke.
Stroke, huh?
11-14.
Yeah. Yep. Caught
Bill
the side
Wright.
wall. Caught the side wall and was a little too high. And Prefer can move. He can cover.
You know, he looks great. I texted him last night. I said, you played extraordinarily well last night. You know, I was talking to his wife last night in the stands, and she said, oh, yeah, this is the new Steven. Don't confuse him with the old Steven. He's been training for this.
Wow. I like it.
Yeah.
Dartmouth graduate.
Wow.
All right, 15-11. That's a sizable win. So we'll be back in a minute.
And we're back in the second game.
-1, Love. Sorry. Yeah, -1.
Score is -1 to Love.
Sorry about that. -1 Love. Yep. Barker and Prefer. All right, I saw Billy between games. He was talking to Clinton. They were talking about reducing the number of mistakes. I think that's
Yes, Lat?
a good.
-1-0.
That's a classic single squash stroke.
Definitely not a stroke in doubles.
No.
Good job,
Oh.
Prefer.
Love all.
I mean, that's he can repeat that. That's not anything extraordinary that he needs to do physically.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, he just did it again.
I mean, I am in shock. What I'm
One
seeing
love.
out of
He's feeling it.
Prefer this whole tournament. This is not the same Prefer.
Well, Clinton and Bill will not panic. We know that. They've played enough competitive squash to understand. So, but you know, they won't want to see. I mean, when the amateurs win in points,
So
it gets a little dangerous.
this is the thing, though. You know, what I think I'm seeing out of Ullman right now is he doesn't want to shoot as much. You know.
Prefer's covering his ball, right? You know, Prefer's getting it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is.
that's nasty.
Right side.
I mean, that is
2-love.
Britain's finest right there.
I mean, it's a softball straight drop from the back. I mean, it's you know, it's they're feeling good right now. Obviously.
Oh.
Prefer's shooting.
Oh my God.
So
3-love.
If you are Ullman Liu right now, I mean, what do you do? I mean, you say you hit it to the amateur keeps hitting winners.
Yeah. Got to get it to the back right.
Correct.
I mean,
Right side. 4-love.
4-love.
Prefer and Barker are looking really nice right now. Establishing good length and just
That's
executing really well at the front of
4-love.
the court.
And I think Prefer has hit 4 winners. They've won 5 points. I guess they've won 6 points, right? They're at -1. Oh,
5 winners.
Okay. He's on fire.
5-love.
He's on fire. Prefer's on fire.
Prefer's on fire.
You know, a lot of times in the O'Reilly, everybody obsesses over, oh, who's the better pro, who's the better pro, but it's really the amateur who
always the
wins.
amateur.
It's always the amateur who wins them.
Correct.
Hand out. 1-5.
Now, there has been some teams that where the pros and the amateurs are so evenly matched that there's really no pro or amateur. You know,
Yeah, like Andrew Zimmerman and Jordan Greenberg.
good example.
Greeny is still better than Andrew, but
Yeah, I think there's even better examples. Someone like a John Conway and Tim Howe
yep.
when they won it. Anvari and
Pete Kelly.
Pete Kelly, Anvari and Rodney Isles. I mean, Rodney Isles is a fantastic.
But that's not. I think the Magician is just far better than Pete Kelly.
Ahmed Anvari is a fantastic doubles player, and he's got the results to back it up. So
Why do they call him the Magician?
2-5.
I think there was a time when we were doing some nicknames for the O'Reilly. I think Steve Katz had a memorable one that I can't mention now, but if Roland Stebbins is listening, he knows what I'm talking about. And I think that we came up with the Magician. I think it really fit. I think it's a
2-6.
Stuck.
Bill
Yeah.
on the
Absolutely
left.
stuck. Yeah.
Yes. Because he does some crazy stuff with the ball, right? You know,
You're on the left,
he's
Bill.
totally open. He really doesn't turn his shoulders. This is Hamed.
Yep.
And he can hit it to any corner that he wants. So it's pretty magical, I tell you. The ball by Clinton. They're still in this after getting.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good
there he
shot.
is. See,
3-6.
I mean,
great
it's
shot selection and execution by Clinton on that one.
Totally. And it's,
Made it look easy.
it's interesting because they were getting run out of the building. They're only down by 3 points right now.
Yeah. You know what they say, Ryan? They say great teams always find a way to win. Bad teams always find a way to lose.
Really?
Yeah.
Ed
Yeah, I
Cooley?
think Ullman and Clinton are just
Hand out.
great teams.
Ed Cooley, is that an Ed
7-3.
Cooley? You know
Could
Ed
be.
Cooley?
Nope. Too young.
Ed Cooley's the current head basketball coach at Providence College.
Watched one game this year.
You should have watched more. They were good. They won the Big East. First time ever. Big
7-4.
East regular season champs. Ed Cooley's classical kid.
Wow.
Who's that, Aaron?
I think you should take a moment to acknowledge fallen soldiers. You know, first person that comes to mind is Aaron Zimmerman.
5-7.
O'Reilly champion.
No, he's an O'Reilly finalist. Aaron.
Oh, Aaron, yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
Aaron, yes.
Got knocked out in the first round this year by his
He made it to the finals.
his college Princeton squash teammate Will Osnado defeated him in the first round.
Well, that's a good team, as we know.
6-7.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the O'Reilly. Is that, you know, it's not a normal tournament. You can have your toughest match in the first round, right? There's no, you're not working into it. The seeds don't mean anything. It's a total toss-up.
Oh, and just a monster lob from Bill Ullman, opening up the whole court for Clinton here to go to work.
Oh,
Oh. It almost looks like a tennis volley.
totally.
The windmill.
Up, up. Clinton, great cover. Go, 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 go. Oh! And he put it, I think he tinned it.
Tinned it.
He had it.
Oh, it's the Ullman special, too.
It's a little tricky.
He loves
Bill
that
left,
reverse
6-8.
right back at
It's a
himself in
little
the front of the
tricky
court.
with the pro there in that corner. I mean,
Left.
I think a lob over the amateur's head would have been a better choice, but he felt it.
You know, for a team that started down like 6-1 or something, they've really caught up this
Yeah.
game.
They're playing good squash. But again, Barker and Prefer have not been behind in this match.
7-8.
Ryan, remind me, have you ever won this tournament?
I did.
Ah,
I did.
of course you did.
I'm a three-time loser in the finals.
Ooh.
But I did win it with Tyler Millard, another Canadian.
What happened with that? There's a match ball in the finals?
Did, yes.
Yeah, what happened with that?
The following year, I was trying to go back-to-back.
Bill left, 8-all.
We had a very good chance. I was playing with Noah Wimmer, fellow Trinity Bantam. We had I think the semifinal match that we had that year was probably the best squash I've ever played, doubles.
Hang on, and Prefer coming in here with another winner.
Unbelievable. 8-all. Great game.
I think it's 9-8 now. Yeah,
9-8.
yeah.
Again, they still have a month behind.
Very astute observation, Ryan.
There's another 3-wall by Billy and a second loss point. And Clinton kind of...
10-8.
See, that was a strategy. So Bill went for it there. Didn't need to. He went short a little too early there.
Well, he was rolling. He can roll those out.
See,
That's a great lob.
That's just unbelievable. Billy Ullman, the lobs from
Bill
the front of
left,
the court.
That's
10-9.
a great lob. That was a great lob. Again, let's see if they can get over the hump. Let's see if they can get a lead. Tight.
You know, in squash,
Hand out.
it's hard to hit the ball when it's right
10-all.
on the wall.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jeff Stanley. He has no problem with that.
Did Jeff Stanley ever play in the O'Reilly?
He has. He's too good of an amateur. He would get
I'm
some
gonna play
bad.
last.
Jeff
yeah.
Stanley is just
Yeah.
too
I
good.
think
He's
Steve hit it.
broken
Yeah.
all the records.
I would say he's the best squash
the-
player in U Club history.
Uh,
But he's certainly.
Bold statement, Colin.
you got 3 left.
I don't
10.
think it's that
10-all.
bold, to tell you the truth.
You got a lot.
We had some. His longevity. He's been
10-all.
here for so long. I mean, we had former greats like Ned Edwards and Kenton Jernigan were members of the U Club and won. Nice shot, Prefer.
Prefer with yet another winner.
Quick feet.
10.
Quick feet.
Great length from Bill.
Yep.
Another one.
Go back to it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty, Bill.
I mean,
That's really good.
for someone at his age to be playing the way he is, it's just
11 all.
incredible.
Positioning is fantastic. His hands are great.
He's a really great role model for the kids.
You consider yourself one of those kids?
I told Bill if I said, Bill, if I can move, if I'm half as good at your age,
You're not
I'll
half
be
as
happy.
good now.
Yeah, that was what I realized upon saying it.
That's good.
12-11.
But you are an O'Reilly champion.
So I'm getting some requests from our audience for you to finish the story of match
Oh,
ball.
right. Yeah. So who was I playing with? Another winner by Billy. Now they have a lead. This is their first lead in the match.
13-11.
They're up 13-11.
Wow.
I think this could be a real turning point
Yep.
here.
That's what I like about you, Ryan. You don't just play the game; you read the people.
I try.
You have a great sense for. Yep.
14-11.
You called it there. Yeah.
14-11. Game ball.
Which is fine, because now Phil and Prefer are going to actually, try to figure out what they want to do. Before they were just playing squash and hadn't been behind yet, won the first game. Now they're going to have to try to figure out what they want to do. No
Just
let.
got to play that ball. Yeah. It's a gutsy
No
call.
let.
Game.
That's a gutsy call.
15-11.
Gutsy.
No let, 1-all. We'll be right back. I'll finish that story for, I don't know. Who everybody knows that story.
Nope, I don't know it.
I'll give him that. Games are 1-all. Score is -1-0.
Okay, here we go. Back at it.
Yes, Lat.
If I'm Ullman, I'm thinking this is going according to plan. Honestly.
I think so too. I think they took a little little time in the first game to establish their game, and then
That's a forehand topspin
Wow.
reverse corner winner from Ullman
yeah.
to start.
I
the
told
third.
Bill, I said, you can't stop shooting out there.
No. Stroke, probably.
Stroke.
There you go.
Oh, he's a
One love.
tactician.
Prefer's not going to be happy with that. Prefer is a little upset about the harsh call to end the second, but I don't think it was very harsh. Prefer, I've played with Prefer a lot. He does have a tendency, nice shot by Phil.
Hand out. 1-all.
Prefer does have a tendency to go to the back wall. When he starts kind of feeling uncomfortable, he will go to the back wall instead of volleying. So we should keep an eye out for that.
One,
All right,
two.
here we go.
And we're going to give a shout out to Jimmy Brown.
Love Jimmy Brown. Jimmy Brown. I mean, if you go by like squash experience,
Now, he's a legend in the O'Reilly.
legend.
Yeah.
I mean, because and he's another example of a terrible grip, like awful, But you can get away with that on the forehand side in doubles, the frying pan grip.
Left side.
Right.
But he was a great
Cool.
athlete. He's extremely competitive. He's one of the nicest guys in the world. He's very fast. And the win, back to my story, our semifinal win before I got hit in the left butt cheek
Out.
by a serve from Clive Leach at 14-all in the 5th of the finals to lose it. Was probably the highest level doubles I've ever played.
Hand out.
We played Walker,
3-all.
Chris Walker, and Jimmy Brown. And it was probably a 2-hour match.
And how did you lose it?
We might have been giving them points. We won that semifinal. And then Noah and I played a guy by the name of Rory Callaghy. He was a
3-4.
big lefty, red-headed lefty on the left wall. And Clive Leach, who is just a...
Yeah,
Phenomenal
he's a
doubles
beast
player.
out there.
And at 14-all, he hard served me and just caught me on the left butt cheek to lose. It was painful at the time.
Oh, wow, you lost on the serve.
Yes.
That's embarrassing. A little embarrassing.
Clive had been serving so effectively the entire match
4-all.
that I don't feel too badly about it. In fact, I think the serve that he hit at me was going to nick, and so I didn't.
I think that's the first 10 Prefers hit in about 2 games.
And it was a little.
5-4.
I mean, it was sidewall. He did not want to hit the sidewall
Didn't
first
hit the
there.
sidewall.
No.
Takes some of the pace off the ball.
But I'm glad I'm in O'Reilly lore. I was trying to go back to
But
back.
you're not. You're not.
I was trying to go back to back wins. I'd won the year before. I lost 15-14 in the 5th, and then I was thinking about retiring from the O'Reilly as the second greatest O'Reilly player ever behind John Conway. But
Out.
didn't work that
Could
way.
you
Hand out.
could you just go into a
5
little
ball.
more detail on that serve from Clive Leach that hit you in the butt cheeks? Did it hit the back wall first?
No.
Did not hit the back wall first.
So this was the old court. Which was about 20 feet lower.
It was an old court.
Yeah, the old University Club court, which was not
ceiling.
this court. The ceiling was about 20 feet lower. It was a total,
6-5.
just, you could heat the ball up. It was just a total, the ball would bounce around like a Super Bowl. And all match, Clive had been hitting a hard serve into the corner, and he was getting really good at having it either run down the sidewall away from me, and I'd have to chase it and pop up a loose ball that he would then bury, or it would.
Oh,
So good by Billy.
Billy, you see, you
That's
can't.
so good.
You can't
6-all.
teach that.
That is so
You can't
good.
teach that.
Or the ball
They
would.
call that is that a scoop?
I think that's just called good hands.
Hmm.
I think at the end of the
Hand
day,
out.
that's what you call that.
And Prefer with us, another winner.
7-6.
Good length by Ullman. Wow.
But yeah,
Seven all.
another obnoxious part of that whole getting hit in the butt cheek story is that I believe I was either I think I was chair of the O'Reilly committee, or it might have been when I was chair of the squash committee, but I had forced myself off of the pro side. You know, I used to play as a pro.
8-7.
That's how good at doubles I am.
I don't even know if I'd have to fact check that.
And I forced my way off of the pro side and demanded that I play as an amateur so that I could finally win it. And I did 3 years of that. The first year I lost in the semifinals with Paul Price, which is even more embarrassing because he's probably one of the greatest squash players to ever live. We lost to Rick Bratt in the semifinals. Rick Bratt.
Bill. This is a phenomenal rally.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. I mean, it really looks like one of the amateurs is going to crack soon. And there he is!
Again.
The dagger from Billy Ullman.
Look, that's a reverse corner off of a breaking cross
Phil
court.
It's
on the
another
right.
one you just can't teach.
It is so hard to do. It's like to even attempt it is
Phil right,
ridiculous.
8 all.
It's flat out insanity.
Phil.
No
Phil.
one.
You have to be out of your mind to
Usually you're
attempt a
just
shot
trying
like
to
that.
get your racket on that ball because it's breaking off the sidewall. You're sort of out of position, but he decides that he's going to hit a reverse off it, and then he hits a winner. It's really impressive. Good cover by Clinton.
Wow,
Oh.
Clinton. Can't teach that either.
Hand out.
That is just called court awareness.
Good
9-8.
Philadelphia.
It's court awareness.
Some people call it the corkscrew. I prefer Philadelphia. I think it brings it home a little bit more regional flavor. Big fan of Philadelphia. Shout out to all the Philadelphians that are watching this broadcast.
Yep. All, yep.
$10-8.
You know, not many people know this. Bill Ullman is a Princeton Tiger.
I do know
Yeah.
that. He actually, they give an award to the Princeton male squash player that best exemplifies the
10-9.
program.
Wow.
Bill won that award in 1985.
Left side.
Will Osnado
You know,
won
Bill,
that
you know,
same
most
award.
people say when you hit winners like that, it's a dagger, but maybe we should call it a tranquilizer dart because killing tigers out here.
Let.
Oh.
Let.
You're on the left. 10-9.
That's good. Clinton, total control.
11-9.
As we mentioned earlier, seems to be going according to plan for Ullman and Liu.
You know, they're just so steady.
They are, and they hit a lot of winners.
12-9.
If I'm Barker and Prefer, I got to switch it up.
Would you, if you were on the court right now and you were Barker or Prefer, you'd be having a panic attack.
If I were on the court right now, I'd tell Prefer that he needs to step up. He needs to stop going to the back wall like that. And he needs to hit more winners, which he just did right there. No, not hit more winners, but I'd want
Hand
his
out.
positioning
10-12.
to be. I'd want him to hold his positioning a little bit more than he's doing. I feel like even there,
Stroke.
step up and hit it. I mean, he gets a
Oh,
stroke,
right.
but that's a tough call. I mean,
That was
Billy
a
I don't know
makeup
what
call.
you're talking about.
Billy cleared, and that's what
There was just a little bit of danger, but it wasn't a stroke. You're at 11-12.
Actually,
they called a stroke on that, which I think it was. I'm not sure who's reffing. He's got an accent though, so might be.
Colin West, I believe.
Clinton just buried in the
Phil on the left. 11. You're on the left, Phil. 11-13.
Is Colin reffing?
Colin West is the ref. Yep, he just carried his
Softball guy.
carried his team to another victory in the match before.
Billy's calling that. No,
I mean, you got to play that ball. It's a no.
11-13.
It's a no let where I grew up.
And that is very close to a no let.
Wow.
Great shot.
Handout. 14-11. Game ball.
Wow, 14-11. You got a set of 11s here if they win this point. There it is. Prefer's going to play that.
Oh.
Okay.
You see, the thing with Prefer and Barker, you
Second
really
man.
can never count them out.
Are you appealing?
Yes.
You appealing? Play a let. I was unsure on the pickup.
I agree
Play
with
let.
that.
Let's play.
Prefer does not like that.
I couldn't tell whether it was up or down.
Oh.
If they're appealing, and I'm asking you guys to play let. It's Clinton coming in. 14-11.
You know, unfortunately, I think that's the right thing to do. I mean, when everybody stands up on the court because there's a question about if the ball's up or not, I think you should more often than not play a let.
Game
All
2-1.
right. 15-11, set of 11s.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
We got a set of 11s.
What's that? I'm good, man.
And we're back for the fourth game of the semifinal in the O'Reilly. Now, if you're just tuning, if you're one of the 17 people on the live stream who's tuning
Score
in,
is -2-1.
Bill Ullman and Clinton Liu are up 2-1 on Phil Barker and Stephen Prefer.
3 points is, pretty legitimate. Yeah, it's
3
tough to
points.
make up.
It's 3 points.
It's a lot. Uh-oh.
It's one of the features of this tournament. They have a sliding handicap scale,
-1-1.
which really ensures that every match is tight.
You playing any singles these days?
Not so much.
Who's the?
I was playing with a fellow
Down.
Penn squash player, Lee Rosen,
Great singles
quite
player.
a bit
Hand
when
out.
he's in New York. But he's
2
spending most of his
-1.
time in Long Island with his family. He finally moved out of his in-laws' house after living there for about 4 years.
Great mover
So,
though. Cover.
Shout out Lee.
Shout out Lee.
Shout out Lee for not living with your in-laws anymore.
Shout out Lee's in-laws. I bet you they're psyched.
Down. Two love.
Who's the best singles player in the club these days, I wonder? Do you still traffic in those realms?
After I lost in the semifinals of the club tournament for about 7 years in a row, I stopped playing.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I think Randy Limbs is
Still good.
solidified up there as the best.
Xander? What about Xander?
Three love.
Xander Greer?
Yeah, you think he can take Randy?
I don't think it's even a contest.
No.
Yeah. I don't think Xander, his body cannot even
Hand
take
out. 1-3.
the stress of playing singles anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, he's only 25 too.
Yeah, he should. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, he's really bad genes.
And Vargas, I guess Vargas is
Yeah. I think we lost Vargas in the pandemic. I'm not sure.
total bummer.
He was a real beautiful player.
Classic player.
Classy guy too.
Very nice guy. Trinity
Yeah.
graduate. Runs, that's how it works at Trinity.
Yeah.
Good block by Prefer. Great shot.
Wow. Great selection
Bill Wright.
by
1-4.
Stephen Prefer.
I think if you're Barker, you're telling Prefer you need to step up. I need you up. Barker can't worry about the front right. He doesn't want to cover the front right. Prefer cover the front right. Barker has all the rest of the three corners. But if Prefer gets pushed back and the front right gets open,
Oof. Get that overhead claw thing going. It's a really pivotal long rally. Oh, and
Prefer again. Great
that
shot.
Straight drop, just
Hand out. 5-1.
dagger.
Quite thin. I wouldn't want to hit that at 13 all. And so Ullman he knows. So it's good.
Guy
It's so good.
He is a machine.
He pushes Barker back. Phil
5-2.
hits a weak ball. He buries it.
Gives him the claw
Gives him the
reverse.
claw reverse.
Yeah. So, if you're Phil Barker, I think what you want to do is hit a lot of hard balls at Billy Ullman, hard and low.
I mean, dangerous, right? Talk about
6-2.
losing points quickly, is hitting a hard ball to Bill Ullman's racket. Now, if you can break it, if you can get the good angle on it, Prefer just missed that. He had it. He was open. He had it.
Hand
Wow.
out.
Haven't seen too many of those
3-6.
from Prefer today.
3-6. This is a dangerous time right now for Barker and Prefer. They were, they didn't extend their lead. They were 3 points up to start.
This is the story of Clinton and Bill. They've been behind in a lot of games. Somehow seem to claw their way back.
They do.
3-7. Bill Wright.
Another very underrated shot in doubles is just the serve. I think Bill Ullman really takes advantage of that.
Hand out.
You make it hard for people to return the
8-3.
serve.
Little string of errors from Bill.
Prefer's playing in a good spot. Prefer's up.
9-3.
I think that they should, instead of shooting at this point, they should take some time to try to move Prefer back. See how forward he is? He's a full step in front of the red line.
Yep.
Good
Very
choice.
smart shot by Phil.
Good choice.
Some lesser experienced players would have asked for a let there, but
That would have been the wrong thing to do.
you would never do that.
No, I probably would have panicked and smacked it super hard back at Bill Ullman.
Yeah, that reminds me, we've talked about Peter Kelly quite a bit this match.
10-3
and
left.
he didn't have such a good
Steven.
showing this year.
Steven.
Well, they lost their first round match. Again, the O'Reilly first round matches can be your toughest match. So who do they lose to? Mary Elena Urbina.
Oh no, they lost to
11-3.
I was going to say Ostedo and Ferreira, but that's not right. Oh, they lost to John Power and Jordan Braille.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, a dynamic duo.
I mean, Braille, again,
They were heavily favored. Wow.
that's a Nick.
12-3.
Wow, the crowd is fired up after that one.
We're going 5. We're going 5.
You never know. You never know in this tournament, Ryan.
I think 12-3. I think Prefer.
Oh, Prefer's feeling it. Prefer's feeling it.
And I think Bill.
This is what happened last
Right
night.
side.
Prefer just got stronger and stronger as the
13-3.
match went on.
I talked about this with John Conway in the previous match. You know, at this point, Ullman's like, look, I'm not going to expend a whole bunch of energy to try to come back from 13-3.
Yeah,
I'm up 2-1.
still risky.
Yeah. So I think Bill's smart enough
14-3. Game ball.
to say, let's let this one go, and I'll see you back here for the 5th.
Now you know, recharge the batteries. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bill was almost out the back door. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, I didn't see any injury or anything like that, but I think that was just kind of like they were down 3, they sort of made it back, and then they lost a couple of points, and then they decided to kind of like turn it off at one point. So it's a great crowd,
Well, you know,
great
as
crowd
we
tonight.
break for the 5th game, Ryan, why don't we talk some more about your self-described lore of the O'Reilly? My intelligence is telling me that even if you did win back-to-back O'Reillys, it has been done before by Scott Wilson,
True.
who actually won it 3 times,
I don't know.
which
if
I think
he's-
makes Scott Wilson a better player than you.
I don't know if he won it
overall.
3 times. I would
You
challenge
have someone
that.
replace me?
I know he won it back to back. It's an incredible accomplishment. I take nothing away from Scotty.
Down from here.
He's definitely in the O'Reilly Hall of Fame. I'm hoping to get in the O'Reilly Hall of Fame with 3 finals losses and 1 win. I don't know. It's close.
We'll have to go back to the archives.
Close. I mean,
Headset
I think
on.
what you should do when you want to get into some Hall of Fame is like really pitch. You know, go for it. You know, tell people that you're interested in it. I think
Yeah.
that's the best way to try to get in there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna say, you know, I lost. I mean, talking about my losses, yeah, it's always fun. I lost my first year as an assistant pro. I was an assistant pro at the University Club. J.D. Cregan was the head pro. Jamie Dean, one of the prettiest squash players of all time.
Oh, I
Bill
don't think
Ullman's
we
here. Would you like to put on the headset?
Bill.
We wouldn't expect anything less.
What a sport. Billy Ullman.
So
what did happen to that serve at 14-all?
He hit me in the left butt cheek.
After it went off
made
the
it by
back
the right
wall.
No, made it by the right butt cheek. I think the serve was going to nick, which
How did you come back from that?
I haven't.
That sounds about right.
I mean, that was the last time I made the finals of the O'Reilly, I think. That was it. Clive ended my O'Reilly career.
Oh, man.
It's good that he's such a nice guy, though.
It was -1-0.
I think we might need to have a therapist on staff here for this tournament.
Yeah.
These
15
losses are just
seconds.
soul-crushing losses.
It's a brutal. Because right now, in the 5th game here, both teams are like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on the amateur, and we're going to try to break him. Right? That's typically the strategy in these matches. Susie's calling for time. Here comes Bill.
Bill Ullman's trying to sneak a little extra time.
That last game was strange. I really thought it was 6-3.
Right, game's at 2-2.
It was 6-3, and they ended up losing 15-3.
Wow.
So
0
I don't know what
-1.
happened there.
But I will say, Bill Ullman and Clinton, they look dialed in. All right.
1 -1.
Being of the older generation, I'm 48 years old, and I probably have the body of a 52-year-old. This is the worst case scenario, right? This is your nightmare, right? You're playing in front of a packed crowd. You don't feel great.
The whole tournament's traumatizing.
The whole tournament's traumatizing, but glory can be grasped. So we'll see what happens here. The handicap is a real.
It's a real tough one.
Yeah,
they
it's
do
tough.
it well. It's remarkable.
Great get. Great get.
It is
Great
unbelievable.
get,
It is unbelievable.
Billy. Great get. That might have been no strings, but we'll take
Side
it.
out, love one.
That's what they need.
You'd think with the tournament like this, you can gain an edge by betting with the handicaps, but the bookie set the line so tight. Remarkable.
We were talking about it. I mean, there's been more 5-game matches. That's a stroke. There's been more 5-game matches in this tournament than I think.
Love
Every
to.
O'Reilly. The committee does a fantastic job. We get the world-class pros. The amateurs at the U Club have always been.
Yes, lap.
That's, I would
Love
say,
to.
please play that
Yes,
ball.
I.
The amateurs at the U Club are tough. They play a lot. They have the opportunity. The program is fantastic. It's just a great tournament, and I like this new format.
You
to tell
do,
the
yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I was thinking about this. I think it draws a bigger crowd, this
I agree.
format. But at the same time, as a player,
Side
you
out,
have to live
3
through
love.
about 5 days of anxiety instead of just 3
Well, I'll tell you
or
what.
2.
These matches used to be Sunday afternoon, and they were brutal.
Brutal. Can't lift your racket.
They were brutal. The quality of squash was probably poor.
Slap.
So
3 love.
I was talking to Pete Kelly earlier today, and he says that one of his O'Reillys, he thinks he had an hour between his quarterfinal match and his semifinal match. An hour.
Oh my God, that's unfair.
Slap.
So I do
3
like this format. I think what we should do next week, next year, I'll put it on record, is I think we should expand the tournament back to 20 teams. I think on Sunday you should have a 4-match play-in, And then on Monday, you should have 8 matches. You should do all of the first round matches on Monday, then
4 love.
quarters on Tuesday, semis on Wednesday, finals on Thursday. So that's what I'll be proposing to the. If I can find out who's running the squash committee these days.
Yeah, I don't think anybody listens to you anymore. But
No, they don't.
yeah.
As I said,
That
I
was
mentioned earlier. It's like
I was gonna
who's
say-
he to who's who.
So this has been the story of Bill and Clinton's O'Reilly. They get into a hole in the 5th game.
They're in a hole now.
You know,
Oh, wow. I don't even know who hit that.
5 love, left
That's
side.
Prefer.
Prefer with another winner.
Good lunge. He's quick. He can move. Some people say, you know, the 8 matches on Monday, like, you know, can you do it with
5-1.
your work? I think if you want to play in the O'Reilly, you know,
Got to make a
you
sacrifice.
make a sacrifice. Maybe you got an 11 a.m. match, you know? You get over there and get it done.
Good slap.
Ooh.
5-1.
Okay.
Here we go. These are important points.
Oof. There it is. Their beautiful lob from Bill.
Back all the way. Prefer.
Smart play from.
Wow.
You see,
Wow.
he is lethal up there.
Wow.
Side out,
I mean-
2-5 coming in.
You have a former world number 20 waiting for your cross-court drop, and you just put it in the nick right in his face. Amazing. Holman's got, he can do it.
Has Barker won the O'Reilly?
I believe he has. Hold on. Check my records. He won it in 2014 with Peter Kelly.
Oh God, what a stacked team that was.
How many O'Reillys does Kelly have?
What was that?
Slap.
Oh.
Oh, hit his racket. Kelly's got 2?
Yeah.
2-5.
Great shot by Prefer.
Another dagger.
It's a great shot.
2-6.
And he's balanced. Prefer's balanced. He's, you know, you can do that all day.
And he wants it.
He has been training. Nice shot.
3-6.
Okay, here
Billy's
we go.
just going for it.
He's starting to get loose.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, he tried it again. That was it.
We saw a little fist pump out of Billy there a little too early.
He had it.
Side out, 7-3.
Great nick
Had a reverse on his
by
racket.
Barker. I'm so nervous. I'm just eating popcorn
How is it?
non-stop.
House?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
The free advertisement for Hal's Popcorn.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's 8-3.
8-3.
Here we go. We need to see something happen here. Clinton and Bill. Ah,
Oh no.
trouble.
9-3.
Trouble.
Don't count him out.
Not
Like,
yet. but
last
it's
night.
Getting
John Power and Jordan Braille were up 9-2 in the fifth.
Wow. That's real.
Collapse.
That's going to stay with Power. You know, as competitive as he is, I don't care how many tournaments you play. Oh, you're up 9-2 in the fifth.
10-3.
Okay, we're looking like we're having our finals
Yep.
set. Now, if we do have the final set, it'll be Barker on the left versus Berliner. And it'll be West on the right. So that'll be a very interesting
match. Wow.
Prefer, great cross court.
Prefer is hungry.
11-3.
I think Prefer's got to be the most improved AM. Pre-pandemic, post-pandemic.
I agree. I mean, but he knows what he's doing. I mean, he played at Dartmouth, correct?
He did.
12-3.
Where'd he grow up? Do you know where did Prefer grow up?
He grew up in Brooklyn, or
Oh.
New York. Yeah, New York area.
Nice. So tough kid, you know.
Oh.
Classic I formation right here. Nice try.
Oh, man.
Getting a little tired.
13-3.
All right.
What do you think, Ryan?
I think it would be an amazing comeback.
Oh, I mean, these guys, you know, 2 games in a row.
14-3.
Prefer and
Match ball,
Barker,
right
they just
side.
get better as the match goes on.
It's surprising, you know. I thought that at 15-11 in the third, after Ullman and Liu won it, maybe there's an injury. You know, I mean, because 15-3, 15-3, not the same level.
You know, the O'Reilly, it's not for the faint of heart. It's a tough
No,
tournament.
no.
You get worn out.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Absolutely.
Side out, 4-14. Hand out. It's side out.
So Barker and Prefer are now up 14-4.
Looks like we had the final set. I mean,
They
It
need
would-
1 point.
it would be an amazing comeback. Good get.
It would be perfect if Prefer ended this on a
Ah,
winner,
there it is.
but he didn't.
15-4.
Ah,
Spencer, it was a pleasure commentating
great job,
with
Ryan.
you.
Yeah,
Great
someone
tournament.
compared you to John McEnroe
Thank you.
commenting the U.S. Open.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Good luck next year.
Yeah. Thanks, man.